All right, we're good to go.
All right. And it's going to be wonderful. My name's Carol Peterson. Going to ask just to go around the room and for folks to remind people who are listening who you are and what your main responsibility is. Thomas.
I'm Thomas Gold. I'm the principal planner in Parks and Recreation. I'm heading up some project management duties right now with the greenways and parks. We'll be kind of leading the master planning effort, the system-wide master planning effort that we hope to start very, very soon. And then also I'm working with Jill Carter, our open space bond project manager, on the criteria for greenways and recreation.
And the other 2 hours of the day. Matt.
Matt Dixon, the park supervisor at Ledgwood Park. We're switching to a district model, so we're kind of looking at the south end district. So that's Glenbridge, Corcoran, Edge, Collier Cove, and my staff and I try to get out to Owen and Omni Creek as well, and Big Creeks. Yeah, we're slowly expanding.
Great. That's the way to do it, slow and sure. Adam.
I am Adam Zinke, and I'm our office coordinator.
Great. Good to see you. Miss Allison.
Allison Daines. I am the Parks and Recreation Director for this amazing department.
Max Stanley is having fun and games there today. And so I put a little post on Facebook and was excited to see that. And hope people who are in that area will go by Cane Creek Park and Pool between 11 and 3 today. Also, we are meeting at East Asheville Library. And one of the great things about this library is it is working in coordination with our recreation department, and the slides and the basketball court and all the recreation equipment out there is just chock full of young folks and their parents. So we're doing all we can to spread joy and goodwill across Buncombe County. So if we could get started, please. We have several of our members online, and we're sorry that they are not with us present, but we're glad they're with us online. And I'm going to turn this over to our Parks Director.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And so a few exciting things that we wanted to share is we are working towards being a full staff. We have been severely understaffed for quite a while, and I'm excited to announce that we've got some new hires coming on. One of them is project manager that'll be working under Thomas Gull. Joseph Bruceman will be starting on the 26th of June. And again, he'll be doing some project management up underneath Thomas. And then we've got some additional part-time staff that have joined us. Justin Roberts is over at the Buncombe County Sports Park, working part-time out there, ensuring that everyone has what they need at the sports park. And then we've got Jonah and Raymond, who are coming in as temp seasonal staff members that'll be working at different park locations as assistants out there, keeping our parks clean and answering questions for folks. Another project that has occurred and is with the Cape team is Catalina Otera. We're very excited that she's going to be joining the communications team. She will be the point for the Parks and Recreation Department as well as other departments.
Right.
But she will be our personal Cape liaison, so we're very excited to have her, and she's going to be helping us do some good initiatives and some rebranding. So we're
Right.
excited to have.
It's communication is so important.
Mhm.
You can do great things, but if people don't know it's happening, then it's not. So that is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, so we're very excited. We're also excited that the budget will be voted upon here shortly, and then we'll be able to make announcements as to what projects made it officially in the budget. We're feeling really good about the asks that we have. And I would say that we're doing a really good job this year of utilizing the funds that we have for really improving our parks. You'll hear a little bit later from Matt talking about some of the projects that we've had in parks, how we're helping to enhance beautification standards. The other thing I wanted to let you all know is we are extremely excited to be announcing that at the Buncombe County Sports Park, the turf and lighting project that we have been undertaking over the past year and a half or so, where fields 1, 2, and 8 are turfed and lighted. That project has come to completion, and there are games that are happening on fields 1 and 2, as well as new paving out there at the park. And so we are extremely excited to be offered that amenity to the community and really be able to enhance playability of those fields. Very important, we want everybody to mark their calendars on July the 12th. From 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. we'll be doing a ribbon cutting to officially open the fields to the community, and we'll have some great acknowledgements and activities out there for people to come celebrate this. And again, that project really was made possible through the Tourism and Development Authority and grants that we got through them. So we're very grateful to be able to offer that community asset. Another few things that are happening. We have also successfully completed the installation of a new bathroom up by field 9 at the sports park. So very excited to have that future amenity. And we're actually working on another bathroom between fields 8 and 1, just trying to make it more comfortable and more easy for people, becoming a little bit more friendly and accessible for folks. So got another restroom project that's going on there. Really making a lot of enhancements, new tables, bleachers, as well as trash cans that are out there. So very excited to be making those upgrades, and upgrades that have been made to the dog park are officially complete. And so the dog park is back open again. We had some drainage issues, so it took us about a month ago to really take care of those issues. And there's additional shades that are out there. So we're very excited about that. And so with that, that's all that I pretty much have as far as those types of things that are
Right. Great update. New ordinance signs.
Yeah, so we've been working on getting new ordinance signs, bigger wording, less worded, easier to read when you come into a park, so people don't just glaze over when they see them. But we're excited. We've got both entrances of Lake Julian are done. Sport Park, Owen Park, and Big Ivy Community Center. We're working on getting the rest of those and the rest of our areas done within the year, I would say. We've also got some other exciting things going on at the lake. As Allison alluded to, we got new picnic tables for all of our shelters.
Good.
So that was 41 tables. Have been put
41
in,
is great.
to
Big
make
party.
those spaces make a little more sense. And with getting those, we had new homes for these that had been under shelters. So we were able to phase out some very old and dilapidated tables. So I think if you come in to the park now, you'll feel it feels better. It feels more open, it feels a little bit more like a park. We were really cognizant of having open spots, whereas you have picnic areas and then you have some open spots that you go away with park instead of it just all being picnic tables everywhere. So that's an exciting time. We've also got some, we've got the 4th of July coming up at the lake, which is a big exciting time for us. It's kind of a build up in the summer to the 4th. After that, we kind of get ready for the fall. So this is kind of the pinnacle as far as Lake Julian goes for me, getting the 4th done and planned out. We're making moves on getting everything planned out there. Feel good about that there. So, yeah.
The camp out this past.
Oh, yeah, we
weekend?
just finished
Oh,
the
I
camp
wanted to hear
out.
about that.
That's the Max Stanley project. It sounds like it went well. Had a great turnout. We do a lot of activities. We have hand lining, we have birding, we did fire seminar, we do like cook a camp dinner. So I think there was around 80 people there. So a lot of, we focus it towards first time campers and, do them, we shut down the park and they have a whole park to play in for a day. So,
Have fun.
it was successful and we're going to do another one in September as well.
Great, great. Oh, sounds fun. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
Great outreach. Great outreach. Now who can tell me about the core?
I'll be happy to speak to that. Yeah, so the Parks and Recreation Department, we are under, we're rolling out a new program called Community Outreach and Recreation Experiences. We call it our core programming. And the purpose of the core programming is to expand recreational activities throughout the county, to be able to bring programs and recreational opportunities to underserved areas and folks that may or may not have public park amenities. And so also with that, it's helping to enhance our community collaborations because we're partnering with community centers, we'll be partnering with nonprofits to help be able to offer these recreational opportunities out into the community and break down barriers of transportation and having to have the ability to get somewhere. So we're trying to get into communities to bring those opportunities there. There is a schedule that is online. And we're going to be throughout the summer, we're going to be, there's 5 dates that we're at pools, there's 6 dates that we're at community centers, and then there's 5 dates that we're at various parks as well. And so Matt Stanley, as you said today, is out at Canyon Creek. So today is the first time that we have someone out there. And again, this is totally free. It's free programming. It's our getting into the community and outreaching. And also opportunity to talk with people to see what they want as we start looking at enhancing our parks and expanding programming in the future. And so this is our attempt to really get into the community and provide some.
And it was a perfect day. I mean, there was almost standing room only around the pool and the park, and he was there with his band, and he was just like little chickens everywhere. It's great, great, very, very, very exciting.
Yeah.
And a Greenways update.
Right, so I was gonna go over the criteria kind of update. I wasn't planning on providing any specific.
Yep.
All right, so, as we all know, kind of, we met last, meeting in May, we kind of went over, the process that we had undertaken to get to our kind of finalized Greenway criteria for the open space bond process. And if you can recall from that meeting, we kind of landed on 4 qualifying criteria and 8 weighted criteria. Since then, we have met with the Environmental, Energy, and Sustainability Subcommittee. This was a step that's kind of been added in the process when we were originally doing our public outreach. It may not have been mentioned because it was not in the process yet. So we met with them twice. The first time we received some feedback from them that they would like to see project feasibility and project costs kind of weighed more heavily. So we went back to the drawing board. We kind of re-emphasized to them that what we were presenting to them was the criteria as it was approved by our Recreation Advisory Board. But we did go back and take a look at what may be able to be done to those criteria to increase the weighting of those 2 specific things that they asked, while still preserving the integrity of kind of the weighting as it related to the feedback that we received from the public and stakeholders. So just real quick as a refresher here, these were our qualifying criteria. So one thing that we emphasized to the subcommittee, the environmental subcommittee, was that, project costs are actually included in our qualifying and our weighting criteria, as well as feasibility. Feasibility is included in the qualifying and weighted. So we actually agreed with their take that these things are very important to evaluate the projects as they come to us. So important, in fact, that we added them to both sets of criteria. So we have the leveraging of bond funds, project scheduling and timeline, which really gets to a point that was also raised that, people want to make sure that these projects are, completed within the timeline outlined by the bond. There's some feeling in the community that we just need to get some projects done, and we agree with that. So that's why we included it here. Feasibility study must be complete in order for a project to qualify for open space bond funds. And then finally, again, it must be geographically located within the county. And then on this particular slide, you'll see that the Recreation Advisory Board approved criteria are on that left-hand side. They are the criteria and the weights that we kind of landed on based, and these weighting and criteria are directly derived from our public engagement, stakeholder engagement process. But like I said, we presented these to the environmental subcommittee, and they had the feedback that I just spoke about increasing feasibility and project costs. And what we did on the right-hand side here was actually increase those. And what we did for this was we took a percentage point from the remaining 6 criteria and then split that 6 percentage points into 3 percentage points, and then gave feasibility an additional 3 points and gave the leveraging of bond funds and project costs an additional 3 points. And why it was done in this way again was to actually preserve the integrity of the feedback that we heard from stakeholder groups and the general public. We feel pretty good about either one of these approaches. We feel that, even with the adjusted weighting criteria on the right-hand side, like I just said, we are preserving the integrity of the feedback that we heard from those groups. So kind of our next steps from here is these will be presented at a briefing and then to the commission for approval, probably in July. That's kind of the update.
And I'd like to emphasize that the background into the approved weighting criteria by this board and the possibility of the adjusted weighted criteria is completely completely dependent on the public feedback that this staff went to the nth degree to get and to draw together. And as Thomas said, either one of these, however it lands, is going to be okay. And I mean, there's nothing major will be lost or changed either way this goes. But the criteria on the left is the one that this board approved, and the possible adjustments on the right. So we feel good about either one. But basically, the main thing I want to say is all of this was based on staff work, on communication with the community, and we feel good about either way it lands, but just wanting to bring the community up to date on that. And thank you so much. It'll be the 5th time I've heard this, and I'm getting to learn it really good. Do a good job. A little bit about Special Olympics. I know many of you attended our Buncombe County Special Olympics. What a great event. And the summer Special Olympics Summer Games have been held.
Mhm.
And can you give us an update on that?
Yeah, so the summer, we were extremely excited that the summer games were held. And we're over the moon to announce that between swimming, gymnastics, and bowling, our athletes did exceptionally well. We have 5 athletes that came home with bronze. We have 7 athletes that came home with silver. And we have 28 gold medal winners for our Special Olympics. Really proud of them. really worked hard. It's amazing the volunteers that assist with that, the training and the dedication that the athletes had. And it really shows, in their standings, what a great job that they did and what a great fun time everyone had as well. So wanted to make sure to give a huge shout out to all of those athletes that worked so hard and participated and were well rewarded for the fruits of their labor.
That is just wonderful. And if anyone who has not attended our local Buncombe County Special Olympics needs to make an effort to do that next spring. It's absolutely amazing how the athletes and their support staff and the community comes together, school system, city, county, parks and rec. It's just an amazing event, and it was beautiful weather, just perfect in every way. And thanks to our staff for the year of work they put into that. We really appreciate it. Our next meeting, we are going to quarterly meetings as we discussed and voted on as a committee a couple of months ago. So our next meeting will be September the 12th in this same place at the same time, East Asheville Library at noon. Is there anything that anyone would like to add to any of this discussion today?
I don't
Thank you so much. This meeting is adjourned. I ask you to go out and enjoy Buncombe County parks. We got them, enjoy them. They're well staffed. They're well taken care of. The best in North Carolina. See you next time.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Miss Angelica?